anyone has seen me ever go truly full-on hog wild. I don't know that the world could handle it, I'll be honest.
Tell you that man is small in real life, but down in his pants he is larger than them all.
The world is not for me anymore, and that's okay.
It sounds like when people fuck my ass. Just fuck my ass one more time.
My dick is very dangerous. I had to register it as a lethal weapon.
Permanently hog wild.
There's a booyah.
We got a riff going in one ear, we got a riff going in the other. There's no place to escape the riffing.
That's right.
Anyone has seen me ever go truly full-on hog wild. I don't know that the world could handle it, I'll be honest.
Tell you that man is small in real life, but down in his pants he is larger than them all.
The world is not for me anymore, and that's okay.
It sounds like when people fuck my ass. Just fuck my ass one more time.
My dick is very dangerous. I had to register it as a lethal weapon.
Permanently hog wild.
There's a booyah.
We got a riff going in one ear, we got a riff going in the other. There's no place to escape the riffing.
That's right.
Anyone has seen me ever go truly full-on hog wild. I don't know that the world could handle it, I'll be honest.
Tell you that man is small in real life, but down in his pants he is larger than them all.
The world is not for me anymore, and that's okay.
It sounds like when people fuck my ass. Just fuck my ass one more time.
My dick is very dangerous. I had to register it as a lethal weapon.
Permanently hog wild.
There's a booyah.
We got a riff going in one ear, we got a riff going in the other. There's no place to escape the riffing.
That's right.
Anyone has seen me ever go truly full-on hog wild. I don't know that the world could handle it, I'll be honest.
Tell you that man is small in real life, but down in his pants he is larger than them all.
The world is not for me anymore, and that's okay.
It sounds like when people fuck my ass. Just fuck my ass one more time.
My dick is very dangerous. I had to register it as a lethal weapon.
Permanently hog wild.
There's a booyah.
We got a riff going in one ear, we got a riff going in the other. There's no place to escape the riffing.
That's right.
Anyone has seen me ever go truly full-on hog wild. I don't know that the world could handle it, I'll be honest.
Tell you that man is small in real life, but down in his pants he is larger than them all.
The world is not for me anymore, and that's okay.
It sounds like when people fuck my ass. Just fuck my ass one more time.
My dick is very dangerous. I had to register it as a lethal weapon.
Permanently hog wild.
There's a booyah.
We got a riff going in one ear, we got a riff going in the other. There's no place to escape the riffing.
That's right.
All right, I think we're going, yeah.
We are live. The little red button's on in the studio.
When I see that red light, I know it's about to go on. You know what I mean?
We're on air. DP, Sundays at 6.
I get hard to rock, and it's not because I associate it with the red light district.
Oh.
Though that does help.
Paige does like a red light district or two. He's been to several. He's a bit of a fiend of the red light district.
I wish. Would you go to the red light district?
Yeah, I'd go to the red light district.
Who would you fuck?
Oh, I thought I was just getting a new red light.
Oh.
You telling me there's sex in red light district?
Dude, I've never been, but I'll tell you what I've heard
Mm.
about the red light district.
Yeah. hit me
I've
with
heard
it.
you walk down and it's row after row of whorehouses, of
Mm.
course.
Of course.
But they have like menu. You can just choose whatever you want.
Ah.
Like big tits, fucking big ass, kids probably.
I'll have the platter of big tits, please.
Yeah.
Extra ass.
Smothered, covered in calf.
Hey.
Isn't that crazy though?
That is wild.
You can find whatever you want.
I guess I need to go to somewhere else to get a red light, 'cause that's not gonna serve my needs.
Legalize it, dude. I'm talking about prostitution.
Dude, if prostitution becomes legal in Philly, how many times a day are you going?
Well, you got to factor in that it's still like a couple $100 a ride, I think. You know what I mean? So maybe we could get a Patreon cooking and I can spend all the money on coke and whores.
Yeah, we're going to be starting a Patreon so that Paige can officially hit up the Philly's first red light district whenever it happens.
That's right, folks. In case you missed us last week, we weren't here.
We were not here. Paige was recovering from some serious wounds.
Yeah, I guess you all saw what happened 2 weeks ago. I did get stabbed live on the show. Some maniacal, I don't know, fan of Porch Pirate. I'm not going to say fan of me. And listen, I went back and I looked through the tape for the past couple weeks. And, you know, I got to say, I feel like I'm a confident performer and I'm proud of the things I do. But I don't know what all that was about. That's crazy as hell.
Yeah, you seem you seem back to your normal self, Paige.
I'm back to my normal self. We're back on coke. We're back on whores. We're talking about the red light district. It's DP Sundays at 6, baby. It's riffs.
DP.
They're in your pussy, mouth, and asshole.
Here he is. He can say it again. He's no longer trying to cultivate an image.
That's
He's
right.
Back to his skanky self.
My old hog wild self that you all know and love.
Paige is
Come
back.
roll around in the dirt with me, baby.
He's gonna roll around in the dirt. He's gonna get down and filthy like the little piggy he is.
Exactly right. And drop a booyah in the chat if you're hanging out. If you're hog wild. We haven't opened the mailbag yet. The
We haven't
forbidden
opened the
door
mailbag.
is still locked, I suppose. But if you got a hog wild thing to share, throw it in the comments.
Throw it in the comments. Drop a booyah. This is DP Sundays at 6.
Yeah, basically, this is DP Sundays at 6.
What more do you need to say?
Yeah. Speaking of double penetration, look at this. I got 2 mics here.
Oh, Paige, you're
This is
coming
kind of
at us.
nice. This is
Call me a foreigner song because I think I'm having double vision.
Do I hear a foreigner? That's right. So yeah, I haven't been up to much in the last week. Recovering. I don't know if I'm of course 100% full on hog wild.
Oh, of course. That never changed.
But I don't know if I'm at 100% yet. I'm still recovering. They did have to stitch me up. You saw me get stabbed a couple times.
You got stabbed quite a bit.
And the verdict's still out on who that was, folks. Do you have any idea?
I have no idea. It was somebody wearing a hoodie, jeans. I think it was a Batushka hoodie. So
You got knocked out cold there. And that's the other thing. A
did.
Patushka hoodie.
I know, right? So not a fan.
I know
of
I was listening, like I said, back to the tape. I glazed right over Patushka. I saw him. It was satanic. It fucking ruled.
It was not a fan of you, but definitely a fan of some very nice black metal. You got to say.
Well, they sing in a dead language. I think they were trying to make me fully understand that language. You know what I mean? I think they were
Hey.
trying to
Dead language.
dead language. But yeah, I've just been posted up in the hospital.
Mhm.
Unfortunately, healthcare in America, I'm in an egregious amount of debt now.
Yeah, I've had to go to the red light district to help pay for Paige's medical bills.
Yeah, it is in Europe, and they've got to offer all the things they offer, but
I know, right? So I've been visiting you every day, leaving you little flowers.
I thank you so
some
much.
Nice little notes.
You were great through all of this. I thank you. I can't thank you enough.
Oh, well, you're very welcome. I tried my best as a dutiful sister.
And I guess, even though it wasn't truly up to me, but I was in so much pain and so much shock. I guess it was sort of hog wild, just in terms of getting stabbed, and
I would say
the
that-
whole thing is a haze to me because I was drugged up. I was morphine. I was like Mrs. Dubose, fucking full of morphine from head to toe.
Is that what got you back on the crank?
That's right.
You were like, oh, this is what it feels like to live again.
And I've come back, and I'm doing nothing but eating whiz.
Paige has a raging
'Cause I can't-
Oxycontin addiction
Well,
now.
I can't have. I don't have to eat through a straw so much, but
You only have to eat through the straw of a can of Cheese Whiz. That's all you have to do.
my stomach is still stitched up, and because he popped a couple lungs and a couple stomachs, you know what I mean?
Yeah, he was really puncturing you like a balloon.
Yeah, and what I'll say is, my body can't fully process food that I chew, so I've been eating Whiz,
Paige, I do have
not the Black Wizard of Oz,
not the musical.
Whiz of the cheese variety.
Now, Paige, I do have a confession to make. I was, as you know, a dutiful sister during this whole time.
I mean, folks, you want to talk about bedside service? Dee's your girl. Dee is your
Hey.
girl. Hey, unbelievable.
That's what they call me in these streets. Bedside service, Deandra Williams.
That's right. In the street, red light district. Where's the red light district? Amsterdam.
Amsterdam, yeah. Most cities have a red light district, whether it's legal or not, but Amsterdam is probably the most famous.
This is true. Even the hog quarters has its own. Well, we don't need to mention that on the show.
I heard there was a code in the red light district. Like red lights, you're gonna fuck a pussy. Purple light, you're gonna fuck a trans woman.
Oh, is that true?
I don't know how true that is or not, but I heard it somewhere on the internet, so it's probably pretty true.
I think you might be right about that. Like I said, I've heard the menu thing. It's like they have anything you want.
Full
Is
circle.
Amsterdam as bad in other Europe about trans?
I honestly
As bad as other European places.
I honestly don't know. It's probably not Britain, but if they have a red light district that's all inclusive, I would imagine it's probably a little bit better.
They seem to be pretty open-minded.
Yeah, they seem to get pretty freaky in the sheets.
That's right.
I also heard in the red light district in Amsterdam, you get a free red light with every room you stay in.
Is that true?
You-
Oh wow.
It's gospel word.
That's hilarious. Yeah, fucking the porn ads on the side. They shouldn't be like, click now, like you will come in 5 seconds. It's like that's not a draw, dude. They should do it like
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Like free household appliances with every stay.
Yeah, exactly. It's like if you act now, I'll throw in a red light. I'll throw in a red light. You've got to try my pussy. It's the tightest. And I'll throw in a red light. That's a value of over $39.99.
You won't last 10 minutes in this game.
Yeah.
But you might get a free red light.
That's
never
right.
know. You might get a free red light.
And then if you act right now, we'll throw in a little ShamWow for cleanup.
Well, a little ShamWow, it gets rid of everything.
It gets rid of fucking everything. Let's say you get in a tussle and let's say the hooker doesn't make it out alive. ShamWow's got your ass.
Now, Paige, I do have a confession to make. In the hospital,
Okay.
you could have been eating the entire time. I specifically told them to feed you through a straw because I was stealing your food while you were staying there.
What? Jesus Christ, this is a heel turn. Why?
I was hungry, you know? You got to stay there, got to run from there to the red light district. It's a bit of a trek, so, you know, I would show up and I'd have a little grumble in my stomach and I'd be like, hey, he should probably only eat through a straw. And then I'd wink at the doctor and give him a little pat on the cheek.
All right, that's fair. Maybe a hand job in the room closet. If you're getting away with something like that.
Well, that's why the food you got was so good. And that's
Yeah.
why I got
You
it.
think they have Whiz at hospitals?
They served you nothing but whiz, and that's why you're still eating it.
Nothing but Whiz.
Nothing but whiz. That's what they feed you in the hospital when they feed you through a straw. They just feed you whiz.
Nice. We got an episode title.
Hey!
Nothing but Whiz.
Nothing but whiz. But yeah, they also gave you a little something extra when you left the hospital, didn't they, Paige?
Yeah. So I was showing you this earlier, and I think it's time to pull it out because,
Yeah.
of course, I got stitched up. I'm still recovering. It's very painful, folks. It's pretty tough for you to understand. And I gotta say, the squealers have been great. I appreciate the outpouring of messages. There were a lot of people messaging me like, "Are you actually dead? What happened? Did you get stabbed?" And I appreciate the outpour. No, I didn't get stabbed. It was all a bit, and it was all for your entertainment.
If you could drop a
Oh no, yes, I got stabbed, but yes, I'm okay.
Yes,
You know
he's
what I mean?
okay. Yes, he did get stabbed. That was not fake, but he'll do anything to entertain you, even if it means a little blood sport.
Exactly, and I'm saying I didn't die. Really, being my point. It may have looked like I died. We've seen you die on the show.
I have died.
Unlike Dee, I did not conquer death after crucifixion.
I tried to resurrect you, but you were not dead, so the EMTs took care of that.
Well, good enough for me.
Drop a booyah in the chat, and also drop an every day is a gift in the chat if you are happy to see Paige back alive and kicking.
Every day's a celebration. That's how I look at it. You know what I mean?
Every day is a gift. Every day is a celebration.
Every day's a damn celebration.
And Paige has been celebrating nonstop. Now, Paige, what was this thing that they found in the hospital?
Yes, so that's important. So, oh wow.
Oh, we got some comments rolling in?
We got Dorian, of course, former guest.
Ah.
Dee gave Death the superstar.
I did. I gave Death the superstar. You always got to give him the superstar. I don't know if those tenants are behind you now, Paige, or...
Well, going back and catching up on the eps, the tenants did come from a very strange place, but there's some good nuggets in there.
Yeah,
Always give them the superstars good advice.
Anonymity is power, especially when you have a serial killer stalking you.
Always give them the superstars good advice. Superstars don't have to be fucking assholes.
Yeah.
Okay? How about that?
Superstars can be decent people.
Superstars are just like me and you. They're just people.
Superstars are
They're just
like me and
people
you.
who are more talented than you.
Superstars are just like regular people that have a lot more money and a lot more exposure than you ever will.
And more talent in their hangnail than you'll ever.
Some of them
than you'll ever muster up.
Some of them even have supernatural powers that you will never acquire because that's what it means to be a superstar.
Yeah, I mean, we know all about the supernatural. We've had some crazy run-ins on this show.
We've had some gaffes, we've had some resurrections, we've had some crucifixions, we've had some tangles with the unnatural, with some blood-sucking fiends.
Pie in the Sky Dream is still Satan. We've been to hell on the show. Satan must go hog wild on DP at some point. We got to get the Dark Lord.
We have to get the Dark Lord. We've only got one of his middle managers, Barry White Hansen.
That's right.
Maybe one day we will actually get the Dark Lord himself, but he's a very busy guy, and he doesn't answer all his calls, you know?
Well, I know you don't remember much from it, but when you were out and about, when you went to hell and back, when you died, or when you had your little foray with Barney. Any of those times did you meet a devil at all? A demon? A demon at least.
I tried to get in contact with him, and every time his PR devil came back to me and said, we'll have our people contact your people. Wow. He's a busy guy.
He is a busy guy.
Satan is a busy man.
But you have fucked us over, Satan.
Satan, you have fucked us over. Hail Satan, hail freedom.
Yeah, we love you. We love you, big man.
But Paige, what did the doctors...
Drop a booyah on the chat for the big man downstairs.
Drop a booyah in the chat for Mr. 666 himself.
But you're right. We're getting off track. I was in the hospital for the stabbing, but when they were operating on me and stitching me up, they did find also this. You can see this.
Ah, you can see that right
we can
there.
show it to the camera, I suppose.
Reach out to the camera, see what we got.
What does this look like to you? They said they didn't know exactly what it was. It looks like some sort of bug or some sort of parasite. Maybe.
Yeah, it looks like a little insect. It's been prancing around a lot lately, muttering some things that sound a lot like iambic pentameter.
Yeah, and they were, they said, we've seen all kinds of crazy things. People come in here with bugs and barnacles and creepy crawlies and ghoulies attached to them all the time.
Yeah, in Philly, people are always coming into the hospital because of a barnacle epidemic.
They said we've seen it all, but we are not sure what this is, but they did let me take it home, and here it is.
I didn't even get to take home my wisdom teeth, and you got out of the hospital with that. That's that's powerful, Paige.
I have a long history of trying to take things home from the hospital.
Hey!
I tried to bring my foreskin home. No good. No good. No good.
That's why you turned to the red light district.
It's true, dude. It upset me so much that when they took my foreskin, I cried.
Hey! How long did you cry, Paige? How many days? How many nights? Weeping for your foreskin.
I still go to sleep crying.
Hey!
I miss it.
So yeah, the doctors dug out some kind of little bug that they found.
Yeah, I don't know what this is. This thing's bizarre. You see it? It's got a million little creepy crawlies, and it's tiny.
It's tiny. It's got legs aplenty, and it looks like it's holding something, but we can't really tell what that is.
And it was attached to me. It was right on my side, and I would show you, but the doctor advised me you can't show people these wounds.
Paige cannot do any heavy lifting for at least a month.
But there's a big bite on my side.
There's a big bite on Paige's side. He cannot do any thrusting. He has to lay back during sex.
I know. The only heavy lifting I can do is carrying this show.
Hey!
Am I right?
All right, folks.
Kidding, of course. But yeah, it's the strangest thing. I am glad they let me take it home. Paget, have you ever seen anything like this?
Our producer is inspecting
Producer
it dutifully.
Samantha Paget, of course.
Samantha
Probably in the
Paget.
chat for her. Oh, you don't need to.
Really agitating the bug over there.
It might
Yeah,
get-
yeah. Oh.
You know, don't let him out.
Don't let him
You-
out.
As
but-
long as you don't let him out. Hey, I'm throwing gender over here.
Oh.
We don't know what it is, but
Paige is back in action.
it looks to be some sort of parasite or symbiote of some sort.
Did it get? Oh, our producer
You
is.
have a lab? Okay, all right.
Our producer is going to take this little insect to the lab, and we're going to find out maybe what it is. Who knows?
Well, we were talking about Dee and her resurrections, and while Dee is a woman of black, dark, evil magic, Samantha Paget's a woman of science.
A woman of science. We keep
So-
it. That's how we keep things interesting. I'm always doing the supernatural, and she keeps telling me, "Why are you messing around with ghouls and ghosts and things that don't exist?"
You need yin, you need yang. I'm a fan of duality.
You know, a little yin, a little yang.
God needs the devil.
little espion,
Coke
Umbreon.
needs Pepsi. The Fed needs AEW. You know what I'm saying? Competition's good.
Competition is good, and this competition is going to find out what's up with that bug. Because I've exhausted all my supernatural resources, and I can't tell you for the life of me what that is.
Well, I, of course, appreciate you doing a little soothsaying on my behalf and
I reached
trying to
out.
figure some things out. But what I'm telling you is the hospital, scientists, doctors couldn't figure out what the hell that thing is.
Nurses.
Well,
EMTs.
EMTs. I mean, you know,
Registered nurses.
it's a shame we stopped doing it after lockdown, but these people deserve an applause every time they go to their job.
They are-
Hungover, fucking.
They are the real heroes. They go to the bread light district every day to try to make a living.
The bread light district.
The bread light district is what I call a hospital because it's so damn expensive.
Yeah, that is right.
That's exactly right.
That is. They basically just. Doctors basically are just whores for keeping your body alive.
They really are. They really are. They're
what I mean?
they're whores for survival.
How are you any different? I've paid a woman $100 to check up on my organ before.
You
How
just-
are you any different?
You just
And
go.
she's found bugs.
Hey. Anything like that, Paige?
Well, we've always been able to put a name on it. That's what I'm saying. Is I'm very confused by this. Drop in the chat if you have any idea what you think that could be. But
Yeah, drop in the chat if
My-
you know anything about a little tan and crimson insect.
I guess my question would be, D,
Yeah.
is that thing to me looks a little parasitic.
Okay.
And I've told you I've been catching up on the episodes.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think in any way that could be related to my change in attitude, my change in behavior?
Well, I did notice you had a very sudden change in attitude.
Sudden?
It feels like it was overnight.
Sudden.
In the span of a week, you were a new man, completely different. Texting constantly, reaching out to people, getting into acting. I know you caught a little something.
Well, I just
when-
became obsessed with the idea of superstardom.
Like
You know, it is very much a drug, and you know I love drugs.
oh, of course. What would you say the most powerful drug is, Paige?
Well, we all know the joke, I think.
Ah,
Do
yes.
you know the joke?
Oh, yes. The most addictive drug in the world.
Do you want to do my joke?
Folks, this is D Soapbox. I'm gonna get up here for a little bit. Where this is a new bit where I do Paige's comedy
D's
in front
soapbox.
of you.
She's gonna do my material.
I'm gonna do Paige's material. What do you think the most addictive drug is? I think it's True Love's kiss.
True Love's Kiss.
Fuck, I gotta get that right. Thank you. You've been wonderful. I'm D.
Well, you get the general idea, folks. And if you liked that, you can check me out at
Spankbang.com.
spankbank.com. Big men slapping meat.
eBombs World / Foreskin Enjoyer 69.
I don't know if I'm a foreskin enjoyer. It got fucking ripped off of me.
And also Uncle Paige on YouTube.
Yeah, that's really what it is. Uncle Paige on all platforms.
If you want to hear that joke done right, you should listen to Paige do it and not my pirated version.
Yeah. Well, anyway, what have you been up to? It's been a week since I've been in the damn hospital.
Well, it is Hallow Scream season.
I know. I wish we had more time to put together a Halloween show, because I guess this could be the official Halloween show.
This could be the official. Last year we had a seance.
Last year we had a seance. Who were we trying to bring back? I forget.
We were trying to bring back Mitch Hedberg.
That's right. Yeah, and we did successfully bring Mitch back.
We successfully contacted Mitch Hedberg. If you want to check that out, there's a gorgeous little episode where you can watch us do that.
Yeah, you can put the link right here.
Right, you can put the link right here.
Open that mouth up.
Uh,
Check it out. Give me a little gag. Look, Dee's choking on the ep.
I'm
dude.
choking on the ep.
Fat meaty episode.
It's a big package, and you can see Mitch Hedberg come back from the dead along with Andrew Dice Cuck and our friend down below, Barry White Hansen.
Barry White Hansen. That's right. But yeah, what have you been up to? It's the Halloween app.
Well, it is the Halloween app, and I have been getting a little hog wild.
Have you?
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
we got a little Digo's Hog Wild here. I like that.
I got a little hog wild the other night at a Halloween party. I wasn't intending to get hog wild, but I just ended up getting hog wild.
Okay.
First time in forever. Are you familiar with the drug ketamine, Paige?
Yes.
Well.
Yes, I have. It's. I love ketamine just because it is horse tranquilizer. I think that's so funny. Like I've
I didn't know ketamine was horse tranquilizer. It really
it's
is.
horse tranquilizer.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Like the people who have it. I don't know if everyone who has it.
It's like ivermectin for the club.
I'm saying people take it from like people. Vets steal it from offices. Like that's like a way people get it.
Paige, that's another thing that I didn't tell you while you were in the hospital. I was stealing all of your amphetamines and taking them myself.
Okay, now I'm pissed. You know I love drugs.
I left you the opiates though, so don't worry.
I mean they had me. Maybe it was blood loss. Maybe it was something else.
But they had you pumped full of stuff, and I took my share.
They had me saying, "Here comes the jester, 1, 2, 3." You know what I mean?
And just like this pod, it was all part of your fantasy.
They made me feel like I was smoking some Jamaican cigarettes.
Oh,
You know what I'm saying?
whoa! Little bit of that devil's lettuce.
Little wacky tobacco.
Yay! Little bit of Kush.
Right, little Mary Jane.
Little boo.
Yeah, little Puff the Magic Dragon.
Little skunk.
Little grass.
Little bit of green Tootsie Roll.
Dude, skunk killed me. I can't do anything after skunk. Skunk might be the funniest term for weed.
I know, right?
Is it specifically shitty weed?
I'm not really sure.
Like mids?
I guess,
is, yeah.
Cause it smells like a skunk.
Yeah,
Okay.
that makes sense. It's got a fucking terrible odor.
Our producer has confirmed it's because shitty weed usually smells very bad.
It's because it's mids.
It's mid.
No, well, you know mid.
Yeah, like medium strength weed.
That's a term that gets thrown around now. Well, I'm saying mids and mid I think is separate.
Oh, two different things. Okay.
People have said mids for shitty weed forever.
Okay. But mid is a new term that's
Yeah,
coming
in the
up.
past like 5 years, people have been like, "That's mid."
Yeah, like it's in it's in the middle of a tier list.
Right.
Like it's not the best.
Subpar.
It's not the worst.
It'll never be better than average.
It's not caviar, that's for sure.
It's not caviar. We're talking chuck steak. You know what I mean? We're talking a little chuck steak.
Talking a little chuck steak.
Anyway, what were we talking about? Weed.
I went hog wild.
You went hog wild. Yes. So I just think it's so funny that ketamine is horse tranquilized. It's just like, because I'll try any drug really, but it's like the thing they use to put down stallion. It's like, hey, you want some of this? It's like, yeah, sure.
Dude, I wonder what it would feel like to take other tranquilizers that are even stronger. Like, imagine taking an elephant tranquilizer.
Whoa.
I think at that point that just kills you.
Yeah, I don't know that a human could handle an elephant trank.
Yeah, I feel like at that point you're just call you Molly Hatchet because you're flirting with disaster.
Do they trank elephants? I guess would be my question. They do?
Yeah, I think certain people trank.
Because the people can... Well, I'm sure it takes... I can't even imagine how many darts it takes.
Our producer is fact-checked, and the jury's out on whether they tranquilize elephants or not.
No, but I mean, I'm saying like I hear people complain about poachers.
Ah, poachers.
Poaching's bad, I guess.
Poachers use the most powerful tranquilizer there is.
I guess.
A bullet to the skull.
Yeah, that is. That is a pretty powerful trank.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I'm saying, other than that, I mean, like, what reason would you have to trank an elephant?
I'm not really
At
sure.
a zoo, maybe? If you need to.
I'm not. Yeah, that might be a good use case in case you want to circumcise an elephant.
Yeah.
Then
or suck his dick.
in case you want to suck an elephant's dick, then you definitely need to tranquilize it.
If you trank a lady elephant, you can spend the night in her pussy.
You
can just crawl right in there, and like Luke in a tauntaun.
Dude, I would love to see somebody's fetish just being like crawling into an elephant pussy so they can be born.
Yeah, true. That's got to be a thing.
That's got to be a
So
thing.
being reborn.
Yeah. It's like I
Whoa.
just get off on getting squirted out of a giant pussy.
That does sound kind of cool.
Right?
But I'm saying you couldn't do it with a human woman.
You couldn't do it with a human woman.
I don't care how large.
You could do it with a giant.
A giantess.
A giantess.
Are giantesses real?
Oh.
Are giants real?
Dude,
Well, I know we got a giant right now.
if
walking around the hog quarters.
we got a giant problem, and that's the bug that they cut out of you.
Is it a problem? I don't know. I'm just they gave it to me. The thing is, you gotta ask.
You gotta ask.
They won't give it to you unless you go. Mind if I take that home?
Excuse me, doctor, could I have my pancreas back?
Yeah. Okay, everybody, go sign. It's change.org. Give Dee her pancreas back.
Change.org, please give me my pancreas back. If I could hop back on my soapbox for a second.
Yes, please.
I have been missing my pancreas for a little over a year. The doctors will not give it back to me, and I feel a little funny not having a pancreas. So change.org / spankbank / give Dee her pancreas back.com.
Just give her a damn pancreas.
Just give me my damn pancreas. That's all I'm asking.
Yeah. Anyway, you you ketamined it up?
Yeah, so let me
That sounds hog wild.
let me take you on a journey back to a few days ago.
Please. I'd love to go on a journey.
I went to a party.
And it's a Halloween story.
It's a Halloween story.
Perfect for the Halloween special.
It's perfect for the Halloween special. It is Halloween themed. I went to a party with a few friends,
Right.
with former guests of the show, and this party was okay. So for context, this is a party that started at midnight. It was in a house, and the party itself did not start until the day was over. We get to this party, and
I mean, right off the bat, for a Halloween party, it's like, that's evil.
that's pretty evil.
Yeah, at the stroke of midnight.
At the stroke of
You know
midnight,
what I mean?
this party is gonna start.
2 minutes to midnight, baby.
Two-
Sacrifice is going down tonight.
2 minutes to midnight, we are rushing over to this party. And we get there, and it's what you'd expect. There's people on the front porch smoking cigarettes. There's people in a living room dancing. This was a house too, so this was kind of wild. They had a pool table in the house, and people were like shooting pool in the back. But overall, it was
That
like
is wild.
yeah. I would say that's probably the wildest thing about this party.
Let me ask you this.
All right.
Any costumes?
Costumes galore. There were costumes galore. I went as Aki from Chainsaw Man. I had a katana and everything.
That's sweet.
And yeah, it was a pretty nice time.
People have been telling me I gotta watch Chainsaw Man.
Chainsaw Man's really good. You'd probably really like it, dude.
Alex, former guest of the show, Alex,
Oh, Alex Castaigne?
who never really gets into anime, he's like, you gotta watch Chainsaw Man.
Chainsaw Man's good, dude. I feel like you'd probably enjoy it. Denji is this he's just this horny guy who like his biggest goal in life is just to touch some boobs.
Okay, I like that.
Right. So he's like fighting giant like demons that are tearing
That's a
s-
relatable character.
Yeah.
A
I
guy
figure
whose biggest goal in life is to just grab some tits.
yeah, just to cop a feel.
Cop a feel.
Yeah. Cop a feel, do not feel a cop.
Yeah. All copping a feel.
All cops are bodacious.
What did we say earlier? All cocks are beautiful.
All cocks are beautiful.
ACAB stands for all cocks are beautiful. Break it out.
But yeah, we went to this party. I was dressed as Aki from Chainsaw Man. And this party was not a wild party by itself. I will
Sure.
just go ahead and say that. This
Sure.
party was on the chiller side of things.
Okay.
There was a DJ spinning some music in the living room. He literally just was like set up at a table like not even a table. It was like a trunk almost.
Okay.
With
Trunk or
like
treat.
yeah, he was trunk or treating from this little trunk.
Let me ask you this.
Okay.
Was the DJ in a costume?
The DJ, I think, was in a costume as a DJ.
That stinks. That stinks.
I know,
'Cause
right?
Halloween party, there's no better vibe than like a ghoul DJing.
That is true.
I
That
love
is true.
a fucking skeleton or a little ghoulie, some kind of creature just spinning some disc.
I don't need a dude in aviators and a snapback.
No. I can see that kind of monster year round.
Hey.
You know what I mean?
I know,
I
right?
want a Frankenstein.
I want a wolf man.
I want a wolf man.
I want a Jason.
I want a Dracula.
I want a Real Housewives of New Jersey.
I want a Pinhead.
I want a skunk.
Now, are you talking about mids or are you talking about another monster?
I'm talking about a life-size joint that somebody just goes to a party as.
Dude, for as many weird, campy horror movies as I've seen, you might have a winning idea on our hands.
Oh, Ginger Weed Man?
Well, Ginger Weed Man's not ours. But I'm saying I've never seen a skunk attacking people.
That is true.
I'd like to see a horror skunk.
Dude, Skunktober, it's gonna hit.
Skunktober. How about it?
Dude.
There's only 2 days left in Skunktober, folks.
Okay, let's set up the plot for this. Skunktober. This is a movie about a killer skunk. He gets off his mids. He's a stoner skunk who's smoking weed.
I'm gonna go ahead and say he's addicted to ketamine.
He's he gets addicted.
Dude,
he gets addicted to
it
ketamine.
is horse tranquilizer. Can you imagine what it would do to a skunk?
Okay, so maybe here's the setting. We open on a house party where there's a plate of ketamine. Enter a skunk through the window who climbs in and begins ravaging around on the plate of ketamine. Zoom into the skunk's eyes, which immediately go bloodshot and start glowing. And then we cut to muffled screams in the house as the skunk tears every living soul apart.
You got to do something like, okay, so you got to do something like, so they got in the vet office. Let's say they got a skunk who's already rabid.
Okay.
I love your ideas here.
Oh well,
But
thank
we're
you.
just spitballing.
Oh, of course.
You got
It's a process. It's a collaborative venture.
You got a skunk who's already rabid.
Okay.
So obviously that's how he gets taken into a veterinary office.
Okay. Okay.
So skunk's in a cage in the vet office.
Skunk's in a cage in the vet office.
And then you got, let's say, like, they had a horse that was like wild and seemed like he was like fucking demonic or something. Like it seemed like he had it's spirit, but not of the chimeran or whatever. The Cimarron.
Of the Cimarron.
Spirit, you know,
Spirit of the Chimeran.
Spirit stallion of the Cimarron. You know what I'm saying?
I know what you're talking about.
I'm saying there's a spirit in this stallion,
Okay.
but he's not spirit stallion of the Cimarron.
He's just a ghost.
There's some form of ghost or entity in this.
A ghoul, a poltergeist, if
In
you
this
will.
horse.
Yeah.
So they have to put him down.
Okay. Okay.
And so they've got, ketamine on the counter, and they've got horse ashes. And something happens where that gets knocked off. What could happen? But that gets knocked off the counter. It's mixed up on the ground.
Okay.
Fucking
Could get knocked into the skunk's cage.
skunks gets. It gets knocked in, or the skunk's cage gets knocked off too.
Ah.
He's out.
Snorts up the horse trank.
He snorts the horse spirit and trank.
Ah.
Gets addicted to ketamine, but also gets a spirit of a stallion inside of him.
There's a spirit of a stallion possessing the skunk.
So he is a skunk, but he has the spirit of a stallion inside of him. He's pissed.
He's a beautiful warrior,
And he is
he's
pissed.
he's addicted to ketamine.
Yeah, he's a war horse.
Okay.
He's a war skunk. That's the movie.
War skunk.
War skunk. Oh, hell yes, dude. I'd watch War Skunk.
I would watch War Skunk.
And okay, so obviously skunk spray. The spray is like acid. It doesn't just smell like shit.
Mm-hmm.
It's like acid. It like burns your face.
Right.
What else could he do?
Well, maybe there's a scene where somebody's like lighting up a joint. Maybe lighting some mids.
We gotta have drug use in our movie, of course.
And the skunk sneaks in.
I would never make a movie without drug use.
Oh, you gotta have it, dude. I can't think of a single good movie that doesn't have drug use in it.
Thank you. I've been saying this for years.
You put drug use in a movie, it's automatically top tier. Scarface, drug use.
Well, Scarface is all about drugs.
Goodfellas, drug use.
What's Goodfellas is...
Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas, drug use.
Goodfellas is all about the drug that is camaraderie with the boys.
And also a little nose candy near the end of the movie.
Well, there's cocaine, of course, as well. But But that goes hand in hand with camaraderie with the boys. Doing coke, doing some K with your boys.
Yeah, band of brothers. That's really about doing
Get the
ketamine
cereal
on
out
Iwo
of here.
Jima.
That's not what I meant by Special K.
Well, I could tell you a thing or two about Special K from this weekend.
Yeah.
But let's wrap up on this war skunk little thing real quick.
Yeah, we got to finish our pitch.
We have a close up of a stoned dude just lighting up a joint at this party, and then he looks over his shoulder 'cause he hears a little squeaking. He looks over, and there's the war skunk just hanging out, and then the war skunk raises its tail, shoots right at the lighter as it's about to spark up the joint.
Oh yes.
And a huge fireball just rolls through the place and burns everybody at the party alive.
That right there, it's like I liked the origin we had. That kill scene alone is worth making the flick.
I know, right?
You know what I mean?
I know, Paige, you've lost all of your Hollywood connects, but Warner Brothers, Fox Searchlight, A24, please hire us to write this spec script. I am dying to get War Skunk officially made.
Yeah, I mean, I think there's something here, of course.
It smells like money.
You got a tagline for me?
For War Skunk?
Yeah, a little tagline.
War Skunk, I would say it's anything but mid.
Pretty good. Pretty good.
Pretty damn good. I smell money.
I smell money.
It's
And
so money.
Unlike War Skunk, it does not stink.
War Skunk does not stink. It smells like dollars.
Well, War Skunk, the film, doesn't stink. War Skunk himself would stink.
War Skunk himself would smell putrid.
He's K'd up. He's a skunk to begin with.
He's disgusting.
He's smoking mids.
He's filthy. He's rooting in the trash, and he's
Yeah.
addicted to ketamine.
And he's got the spirit of a stallion inside of him.
You know, the worst side effect of ketamine is that your body odor is off the charts.
War Skunk.
War Skunk, baby.
Well, speaking of ketamine,
Okay,
continue with your
so we were at this party. This party was pretty chill, and I will say that a lot like other parties, there was a bowl of punch.
Oh.
So red flag number 1.
What are we talking? Jungle juice?
We're talking jungle juice.
Well, at a Halloween party, I suppose it's red rum.
Hey!
Hey, folks.
There was a there was a pitcher of red rum that people were dipping from, and we got there. People had already been at this party for a little bit, even though it was supposed to start at midnight or something like that.
Maybe they just told you it started at midnight.
Oh, oh boy!
Hey, boy.
Gotta rethink my friend circles.
Yeah, that's all right.
But yeah, we went to this party, and so we didn't really know anybody there, aside from the friends we came with. So we go in, we slide through the dance floor, we get ourselves a little bit of the punch, because there's not really any other alcohol there besides the punch. So we're
I
just
mean,
like,
call me an alcoholic if you need to, but that's the first move. You walk into a party, where's a drink? Give me a drink.
that's that's what I call a conversation starter right
I don't
there.
want to say hi to anyone. I don't want to shake a hand until I've had my first tequila.
Until Paige has gotten a nip of the red rum in his body, he is foul.
Don't even talk to me until I've had my first red rum.
So yeah, we each grab a cup, Samantha and I, because Samantha was also at this party, and we start mingling. We start
Grab a
talking to
friend,
people.
Grab a cup.
Grab a friend, grab a cup, grab somebody to fill you up.
Oh, I like that better. You don't know the Nickelback line?
No, I don't know the Nickelback line.
Grab a friend, grab a cup, bottoms up.
Ah. So yeah, we grab a cup and bottoms up, as it were.
Mhm.
We get a little taste of this punch, and red flag number 2, we immediately say, it's not that strong.
Okay, yeah. That's famous last words. I've been there, of course, with the jungle juice, with the red rum.
Yeah.
Like, I can't even taste alcohol. This is fucking nothing. And then it's like, all right.
I know,
had
right?
14 of these.
So that was cup number 1. We get our drinks and we go back to the porch because we didn't really feel like dancing, and we mostly just wanted to talk to the friends we came with.
Right.
We start talking. We knock it back. Didn't really feel anything from the punch, so we go back and get another cup.
Right.
This happens 4 or 5 times.
Okay.
By
now,
this,
did you ever find out what's in this witch's brew?
we never found out what was in the actual punch, but there was definitely alcohol in it.
It definitely packed a punch.
It definitely, it did indeed. So at some point in the party, we go back inside, and I look over at a little table there, and there's a group of people just hanging out. I see the table, and on this table is a plate with a straw and some white powder on it.
Okay.
A little inquiry reveals that this is ketamine.
It does sound like some Hollywood parties I've been to before.
Back
Not-
in
well.
back in your younger and more vulnerable days.
Well, of course, I'm not, I'm not better than anybody else. I'm just saying, white lines on a table does remind me of some Hollywood parties I went to.
So yeah, it was really starting to shape up into a Hollywood situation here. So
Sounds Hollywood.
So
does.
so I grab the plate, I do a little bump of the K, and then I go back, I grab a few more cups of the punch. By this time I am really starting to feel it.
Okay.
I'm
yeah.
really starting to feel this punch, I'm feeling the ketamine. And then I notice
Hold on. Do you hear that?
oh wait. I think I do, Paige. I think I do. What can you tell the listeners what you're hearing?
Do you hear Foreigner?
Oh, 'cause I was seeing I was having some double vision.
Because at this point in the story, you do have double vision.
Call me a jukebox hero 'cause I had stars in my eyes.
Yeah.
So I'm really
You sound
starting.
like a juice box hero.
I was a
now.
juice box
Hopped up on
hero.
all this fucking jungle juice.
Yeah, with stars in my ass.
With stars in your damn eyes.
Yay! But yeah, so I'm starting to feel it. I grab a few more cups of the punch, and then that's when I notice that this punch is actually a lot stronger than I thought it was.
Of course.
I'm at about my 7th cup at this point.
Whoa.
And they were like small cups. They were like about that big.
Okay.
So
Alright.
like not big. I would say about like maybe like 3.5 solo cups maybe. But we were drinking.
Wait, hold on. Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. I thought you were saying not big. They were the size of about 3.5. So I'm like, that sounds big. That sounds. I see what you're saying.
Yeah. They were like smaller cups that we were dipping into. We'd been at this party at this point for about, I would say, like maybe an hour and a half.
Okay.
We've been drinking the entire time.
Right.
And then a little spot opens up on the couch next to the table where everybody was hanging out. At this point, somebody reveals that there are just like a bunch of joints that are sitting on the table too.
Okay.
So I pick up a joint.
Hopefully no war skunks around.
Oh! Thankfully, there were no war skunks. I lit it up and did not get my face blown off.
I love it. You pick a joint right up.
I picked
You're
a
a
joint
lady.
right up.
Girl right after my own heart here.
Now, this is a point I will say, 'cause we had been passing joints around, like, outside. There was a dude who kept coming in 'cause he had lost a bag of weed, so he would, like, go and be like, oh, I'm trying to find my weed. We would talk to him for a little bit. He would go inside. He'd come back out, and he'd be like, did you find it, man? He'd be like, no. And then he'd talk some more, and then after that, he'd be like, I gotta find this weed, dude. So then he'd walk back inside.
Damn. That would be a good strategy if you did not lose any weed.
I know, right?
Like, dude, where the fuck is my weed?
That might have been what he was trying to do.
I like that. That's it.
He did that like 3 or 4 times, dude. He might have been trolling to get somebody's bag of weed.
I dropped my weed. But also, I've also found at parties, if you just walk up and ask for weed, someone will give you weed.
Dude,
It doesn't really matter.
Dude, have you ever tried to do that with a paycheck in a company you don't work for?
Yeah, just walk into a random business. It's like, dude, I lost my paycheck. Has anybody seen my fucking paycheck?
Yeah.
Dude.
Oh, I guess you're just gonna have to write me a new one.
We called security. You don't work here.
Oh, they're gonna deliver it? Very nice of them.
Yeah. Create your own reality, folks.
And speaking of creating my own reality, I started to get to that point. So
That's right.
I'm sitting on the couch. At this point, I am drunk, and
Drunk.
I don't
Joint
realize.
in hand.
Joint in hand. I was holding it like a cigarette.
Nice.
And at this point,
That's how you know you're drunk. You're acting like Euro trash.
I know, right? I was holding the joint in my hand like a cigarette, and I was smoking the whole thing. And it was a joint about this big. It was pretty beefy. And, like, I start getting a little lightheaded. I start, like, the room starts spinning a little for me. So I'm like, I need to park on this couch. I
Right.
park on the couch. Samantha's to my left, and then a friend of mine is to my right. There are some other people on the couch, too. And at that point, I rediscover the plate of ketamine.
Ah, okay.
I pick up the plate. There are still some lines on here, and then there's, like, the little chunk. There's, like, a little just, like, pile where people have been cutting lines from to do it.
Ah, sure.
And me, at this point, thinking, oh, ketamine's a good idea, I go, not for the line, but for the
the
chunk
chunk.
of ketamine that's just sitting
Hell
there.
yeah, dude.
I take a big snort of that,
Yes.
and then I keep snorting it in my nose afterwards because it keeps sticking in there. And I don't know how much ketamine I did, but at a certain point, the room starts to spin.
Whoa.
Everything starts just getting wild. And then
Hog wild.
it starts getting hog wild. I start like phasing in and out of reality.
Whoa.
Like I get to a
Here
point.
comes the
Just
jesters,
do
1, 2, 3.
It's all part of my vanity.
Yes. Oh hell yes, dude. It's all part of my fantasy.
So yeah, I've done acid, I've done mushrooms, I've done Molly.
Is that Spider-Man over there? Because this is an amazing fantasy.
Whoa! Whoa!
Whoa.
Thwip thwip.
That's right.
So yeah, I've done psychedelics before. I've had some like pretty, I would say, out of body experiences. I have never experienced anything like
It
this.
sounds like a K-hole. Yeah. I've dabbled with the ketamine. I've never been in the K-hole.
I don't
That's
know.
what they warn you about.
Yeah, I was knee deep in a K-hole, and let me tell you, I got to a point where I could not. My body and the environment around me felt equal. Like, I
Whoa.
literally could not tell where my body ended and where, like, the couch began.
Whoa.
And, like, everything I was looking at, all of the lights that I was seeing, they started, like, just merging into geometric shapes and start phasing in and out of each other.
Whoa.
At a point, like, I closed my eyes, and that's all I saw was just that over and over again. And, like, I heard the chatter in the party. Occasionally, people, like, started to talk to me to, like, try to check in on me, see if I was doing okay. I was not doing okay, by the way. I was very fucked up. But it just kind of, like, swirled in and out of itself. And, like, every now and then I would open my eyes to try to check back in, and it just looks exactly the same. Like, it was literally just, like, shapes and patterns moving in and out. And, like,
You saw through the Matrix.
I saw through the Matrix. I felt like, and I don't use this lightly, I felt like I was one with the universe. Like, I literally could not tell if I was existing or not existing.
That rocks, dude.
It was
limbo.
It
That's
was
a
limbo.
I know it's drugs, but it's like that is a perfect Halloween story because it is like, whoa, dude, you went to another dimension.
Now,
Whoa.
I was in whatever dimension I was in. It was very hard to snap back out of.
Well, can I ask you? Did you learn anything? Did you take something that you can from the other side that you can pass on to the squealers?
I would say definitely go with friends. Definitely don't do this by yourself. Because I was in a really bad place. Like after that, like
You hated it.
yeah. Well, I didn't hate the experience, but I was definitely not in a place where like I wanted to be around a bunch of strangers. Like it was at a point where like I don't really remember chunks of that night.
Right.
Like I have flashes of apparently I had to be carried out of the house.
Whoa.
Because like I was just so unresponsive. Like I had to be carried out of the house. I don't really remember anything. Apparently I threw up in the car on the ride back.
Oh Jesus.
Yeah, and the
Hog wild.
only way I knew that was because when I finally started to come out of the K-hole, like I have like flashes of memories from like being carried a little bit from people like asking if I was okay, and then like being on the couch down here. The only way that I could like piece together that I had thrown up in the car was because my hair smelled a little like vomit.
Whoa.
And then after that, like, I woke up the next morning just exhausted. And then, like, I kind of, like, because my nose was a little runny, and it was, like, I still had ketamine, like, chunks of ketamine that were, like, crystallized around my nose. So I don't know how much ketamine I did, but I did a shit ton.
That's what I've always, like, it's ketamine and, you know, they're very similar things, I feel like. Not what they do to you, but just powder, like Coke, ketamine. Yeah. CK stands for coke ketamine, by the way. Louis coke ketamine.
Louis coke ketamine.
Anyway, oh yeah, you're talking about the chunks. Yeah, I'm saying like coke boogers.
Coke boogers,
you know
yeah.
About coke boogers?
Yeah.
The next day you're just fucking
a little sugar cube for your tea.
That tastes like gasoline. Wow, rub it on my gum.
Yeah.
The next day you're just rubbing snot on your gums.
Yeah. But I will say, shout out to the people who got me home, who made sure that nothing happened to me because I was in a terrible, terrible place.
I'm glad you're okay. It sounds like you were almost next to me in the hospital.
Yeah, I know, right? We would have been bedmates.
We could have been cellmates.
We would have been cellmates. We would have been patient number 9.
Patient, yeah.
Call us Ozzy Osbourne because we would. Well, there we go.
Do I hear Ozzy Osbourne?
do I hear Ozzy Osbourne?
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, I went a little hog wild this
That's
weekend.
very hog wild. Thank you for sharing.
Yeah,
I
of
mean,
course.
That's fucking insanity.
D goes hog
'cause
wild
I've,
number 2.
You know, I've never been in the K-hole. It's crazy to hear a rundown of it.
Dude, if you're stuck in a K-hole, you better have friends who are gonna dig you out. That's all I'm gonna say.
I think I'd be saying K, but like in the Spanish sense. I found myself.
What?
I'd be, why?
That's poor K.
What is K?
K is what?
Oh, that works better.
Yeah. What?
What? What is happening here? You know what I'm saying?
Oh, I know what you're saying.
Wow.
But enough about me and my degeneracy. How are you doing?
I
dude?
thought 4K was like after HD.
No, poor K is shitty ketamine. No, no. Here's another one, dude. Poor K is the quality that you can get on a webcam sometimes.
That's right. Yeah. Why? Yeah, I was making a 4K joke.
Hey.
You know what I mean? K is for horses.
Our
Yeah.
producer dropping a bombshell.
If you give a horse some ketamine, you think we could write that kid's book?
Yeah, if you give a horse some ketamine.
Yeah. He's gonna want another line.
Just like
I didn't realize. That's a funny idea.
yeah.
Is that it's horse tranquilizer, but they definitely like shoot it. Dude, the idea of a horse snorting ketamine
With those big old nostrils.
Yeah, dude.
It's like, okay, eat up, precious. And then it's just like
Can horses snort?
yeah, probably, yeah.
I mean, you see their teeth. I really could see them rubbing some shit.
Yeah,
up here.
it's just those big flappy gums just moving
Yeah.
up and down with like white powder in between.
I'd like to see Mr. Ed in a K-hole.
Ooh. I don't know where the stable ends and my body begins.
Is he the most notable talking horse?
I think he's either the most notable or the most fuckable. What would you say?
The most fuckable.
The most
I
fuckable
think if I was
horse.
gonna fuck a horse, I would not choose one that talked.
You
You know what I mean?
you choose Black Beauty or Spirit Stallion of the Cimarron.
Yeah. Yeah.
Beautiful.
No, Spirit's a guy, right?
Yeah, Spirit's a guy.
I would fuck Black Beauty.
Then
You know what I mean?
You just get the voiceover afterwards. It's like Paige made love to my shiny coat all night long.
Does Black Beauty talk?
There's like I think the book is from the horse's perspective.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. What kind of ketamine was the writer on? That stinks.
Drop a booyah in the chat.
I thought it was like a classic novel.
yeah, it's a classic novel.
Dude, animals, there's some fun animals talking stuff, but animals talking is not classic. Like, you can't call that literature.
Yeah.
Shut up. Animals don't talk. Shut up.
Animals do not talk. Nor should they.
Nor. Yeah, I'm not on board. I can't even think of many talking horses.
Yeah, same. Other than Spirit Stallion of the Cimarron.
Does
And
he talk? I don't think he talks.
he doesn't like talk directly, but the whole thing has his like thoughts while he's doing things. It's kind of
Like
told.
narrated?
Yeah, like narrated.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
It's told from his perspective, and he's like telling you what's going on.
I don't even remember that.
Yeah, it's I think voiced by the same guy who did Cusco in The Emperor's New Groove.
Ah. Okay. Yep. Now you're bringing it back.
James Spader, whatever.
I don't think it's James Spader. James Spader is Ultron.
Okay, it's not James Spader.
You know who
that's for
James
sure.
Spader is?
Yeah. Well, now Robert
Blacklist.
Robert California.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's not James Spader. It's
He's a great actor.
Oh, who voices Cusco? I think it's Cusco from The Emperor's New Groove. And it's also in Spirit Stallion of the Cimarron. Drop a booyah in the chat if you know the answer to this question, and also if you think that horses should talk.
I do not think they should talk. How about two guys in a horse costume doing ketamine? How about that?
I would
There's
love
one-
to see
there's
that.
The guy in the head is just doing them through the nostrils.
You and Alex should do that the next time you link up.
Yeah, the legs is doing ketamine off the guy's ass.
Hey! That sounds beautiful, dude. I would love to see that loving story between two men
Yeah.
bonding over ketamine in a horse costume.
If it's for horses, why don't they call it a nay hole?
Hey!
You know what I'm saying?
Yo! That was a great joke from Paige.
Thank you.
Now, we also had reason to celebrate, though, because a couple weeks ago you had a birthday.
Yeah. We could get into this, I suppose.
I would love to get it. How much time do we have? I don't know.
I don't know. We could do another, let's say, 10. What do you think? 10?
That sounds good to me.
Yeah.
Little
we can
Ben
talk about the
10.
birthday, because the birthday was pretty hog wild.
Oh, another Hog Wild.
Well, I went to Maiden.
Oh, that's right. You saw
I
Iron Maiden.
I said at the beginning of this year, I think on the show, I made it a point this year, because they were both on tour, I got to see Priest and Maiden in the same year.
And we saw Judas Priest.
We saw Priest.
We
talked
Priest.
about it. And what was my? Oh yeah, it's like Priest and Maiden in the same year. I just got fixated on that idea. Like they're both bands I love, right? But it's like I don't care that it's 2022. I don't care that they're old as fuck. They're legends. Priest and Maiden in the same year. You gotta do it.
You gotta do it. You gotta be living after midnight.
Yeah.
And
you gotta run to the hills.
Hey.
Yeah. And even though I was at Iron Maiden, I was breaking the law because I went on shrooms.
Oh, all right. How is Iron Maiden on shrooms?
I suppose I wasn't breaking the law because shrooms are legal in D.C.
Oh, they're legal in D.C.
Yeah, I was in
didn't
D.C.
know that.
Dude, you can buy them in a store.
Holy
And
shit.
then you can go to dispensaries, they have shrooms.
They have shrooms in Jesus Christ.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, it was amazing. I don't really... Let's see. What was hog wild about it? Well, we did shrooms on the way to the show.
Okay.
None of us had loaded up cards, I guess. We kept jumping over. It was pretty fun. On the way back, it was more fun because on the way there, we took shrooms on the metro there.
Okay. So they
we
hadn't
jumped
kicked
over,
over
but
yet.
it was like whatever.
Yeah.
Take the shrooms. Get to, or on the way back, you're jumping and you're shrooming.
Right. Yeah.
Fun. But yeah, just crazy, fucking high during the show, insane. There was this section they had blocked off, because it was all they had shit all over the seats.
Oh yeah.
I guess it was the handicap section.
Okay.
So they had the people in wheelchairs sitting here,
Yeah.
and then down here all the seats had shit over them, and we were like, dude, let's go sit down there. So we went down there and we just knocked that shit off. And
Oh hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah.
They eventually made us move.
Much like the guys that we saw at the Judas Priest concert.
Basically, what we saw the dudes do at the Judas Priest concert.
Y'all were doing at the Iron Maiden concert.
But I mean, nothing happened. They just were like, "Hey, you can't sit here." But what I'm saying is, it was clearly blocked off, I guess, because that's where the handicap section was.
Okay.
It was rows down.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
okay.
They're they don't want anyone in front of them.
Yeah, yeah.
So we were off to the side, even though we did knock the shit off. We were off to the side, not in front of them. But because we did that, other people started coming down. So once other people were standing in front of the dude in a wheelchair, they were like, okay, no. Y'all gotta leave.
They were running to the hills.
They blew up our spot. They would not have said anything to us, I don't think.
Yeah.
They blew up our damn spot is what happened.
Ain't that how it goes?
Yeah. But then our seats were close. We were just back up there.
Oh,
right?
hell yeah, yeah.
But we were just standing in the section,
Mm-hmm.
where you walk in to the arena,
Mm-hmm.
and they had a sign that said, "As a courtesy to other fans, do not return to your seat until there's a break in play."
Oh.
So we were up there, and they're playing writing on the wall. The guy told us to get out of those seats,
Right.
and they're playing writing on the wall. It's a fucking 11-minute song, and we were like, "I guess we have to stand here and rock out in the pathway because there hasn't been a break in play."
Right.
And the guy came up to us and was like, "What are you doing?" And we were like, we're being courteous to other fans.
Yo, as you should.
Yeah, and he
should.
was like, "Man, that's about sports." We were like, "All right." He was literally just like, "Y'all know that's about sports."
Dude, that rocks.
It's okay, I guess, but Iron Maiden fans want people walking in front of them during the show?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
No. You can't get in the way of Iron Maiden.
I think we were being courteous.
You were being courteous.
Yeah. But he made us run to the hills.
The writing was on the wall for you staying in that section.
That's right. That is right. But yeah, it's amazing. They pretty much played everything you want to hear. The weird thing, I think we've talked about this before, but it still comes as a shock. The Iron Maiden song, The Klansman?
Yeah. Oh, yes.
It's about William Wallace.
Right.
Of course.
Right, of
as,
course.
Historical context. Especially them not being an American band.
Right.
But someone has had to have mentioned it to Bruce. the KKK. You know what I mean? Like the connotation that Klan has in America.
Right.
But it is still part of their set list, and I sat in a stadium full of people going, I am a Klansman.
Oh my God.
The number of people there excited to scream that is not zero. For the wrong reasons. You know what I mean? The number of people there that are metal fans that want to scream that unironically, it's not zero.
They're not that proud of their Scottish heritage. Let's put it that way.
That's right. That's right. Maybe their heritage.
Oh.
But it ain't Scottish.
It ain't Scottish.
Anyway.
Well, damn, dude. That sounds like a wild time.
Yeah, it was a very festive show because they had the satanic imagery is alive and well. I'm happy to report.
Oh, thank God. I was worried Iron Maiden would cut back on the satanic imagery.
No. This was Legacy of the Beast. The Beast was all over the show.
I was worried they were going to buckle to the pressure.
You know what? Something else I want to... Quick shout out to Eddie. I think, they're all old. They've been around for a while. But Eddie has got to be one of the hardest working people in music. He came out 6-7 times during the show. Different costumes every time.
Well, he can't come out for
Shouts
every...
out to Eddie.
Shout out to Eddie. He can't come out
one
for...
of the hardest working guys in metal.
It's really a sign that they're an older band because he's not out there for every song. He only comes out 5 or 6 times.
But costume changes, the whole thing.
Yeah. That's beautiful, dude. That British new wave of heavy metal. Striking hard.
That's right. Yeah. And, I mean, in terms of Priest and Maiden in the same year, they both ruled.
Hell yeah.
And I've always been like, dude, I think it's we were saying earlier, duality, Coke, Pepsi, right? It's like, for that era of heavy metal, that's like the big debate. Are you a Priest or are you a Maiden guy? Priest or Maiden, you know what I mean? And
Priest
I've always
Maiden.
been like, love Priest, no disrespect, but Maiden. After we saw Priest, I was like, dude, I don't know, maybe Priest.
Maybe.
And then you see Maiden, and it's like,
Maiden,
dude. Like, come on.
The score is settled. You heard it here first, folks.
Yeah, well, we saw Judas Priest in a theater. Iron Maiden was in a stadium.
Okay.
Or an arena, I guess.
Okay.
So I'm saying it's like, I don't know if it's a complete one-on-one comparison, but
seats.
I think
the seats check out.
I think they're in an arena for a reason. You know what I mean?
I feel ya.
Anyway.
Well, hell yeah, dude.
You got any closing statements? You want to close on a Halloween thing?
Let's close on a Halloween thing.
We've been watching a lot of horror this month. Let's give one rec to the squealers.
All right.
What's something that you'd recommend?
Oh, in terms of like movies or just doing stuff or?
It could be. You know what? I was saying movies. It could be an activity. You got tomorrow's Halloween. Today's Halloween. If you're listening on the Banked app.
Hey.
What do you recommend people go out and do, D?
I recommend people go out and summon the devil.
Yes. Okay.
Keep if you get the holding tone when you try to summon Satan, I would recommend you just keep calling until somebody picks up, and you might get a voicemail. But if you do your summoning right, you should be able to hear from the big man in 4 to 6 weeks.
Okay, I like that.
So summon Satan.
I'm going to say watch Barbarian. I know I'm not the only one to be saying that because everyone's talking about how it's a modern horror classic, but I just watched it recently. Folks, tomorrow's Halloween, tonight's Halloween, whenever you're listening, check out Barbarian. It's very worth it. Other than that, I just want to say happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween. And I would also like to say, in terms of plugs, Lisa is going to be playing a Halloween show, on Halloween night. Check out our Instagram for details. And yeah, we should have some new music coming up. So that's my plug. You got any plugs, Paige?
Watch Barbarian in the beginning. Go see Lisa, then summon the devil. Let's see. I got a couple shows, I guess.
Paige
I'm
has
Uncle
got-
Paige on everything. I don't know. I'm on some brewery show the 9th.
And I'm
at Dalek Paradise the 10th.
Ah.
No, wait. Yeah. All right.
Hell yeah.
November. Anyway, that's the show. Happy Halloween, folks. And until next time, fucking hog wild.
Stay
We appreciate you
fucking
tuning in.